Listen, mate. Do you want the comments?
God, you guys don't off like a moan, do ya?
Well, you fucking what is this? A GE Sport lobby or the circus, Mike? What are you doing here?
Fucking hell, I just chucked it together quickly so you can get some practice on it. I'll change it before we start. Fucking hell.
Nah. You have to do it right this second, Mike. God, we implore you.
Oh, I'd actually plugged my wheel in. I've sat down now. For fuck's sake.
You
I'll blame Owen for this.
Oh, Chris Lerner's off. He's in the gravel.
Fucking have to stand up
Good to
now.
hear from you,
Gotta
Mike.
get out my chair. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Do you guys know how unfit I am and how much effort this takes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's sign out YouTube.
Yeah, you did a poor performance in the
Oh,
bedroom.
brilliant.
the
Turn the
other night,
DVD
Mike.
player on now, haven't I?
DVD
player. Remember them?
Yeah, we've still got a DVD player. Shut the fuck up.
Remember them?
I turned on my mini disc player the other day.
Oh, what a moment.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
VHS.
No, mini disc.
Remember VHS? Remember them?
I remember
God.
VHS.
No, Mike's gonna get out his Betamax set in a minute.
Needed.
Ross. Oh no. Won't sign it.
Game Boy out.
Oh, right. I don't know what you're moaning about. I can see perfectly well.
To be fair, it's nice on the broadcast.
Exactly.
In your
Sunlight
eyes.
just hurts your eyes. It's fine.
Exactly.
So, Dom, are you actually like spectating tonight?
I might stream it. I'll do it at 12. I'll do it at 12:87:20. Yeah. I want to do it. So we haven't got a full grid. Fucking.
The Jackson.
Oh no, good point. If we do a full grid, I can't be here, can I?
No, you
No,
can't.
Oh, scare us out. I'll try and get Jack. Let him
Oh,
know we're
no,
streaming
anyway.
anyway. Great. Yeah.
Oh, Dan. 2/10.
Well,
We need to give the code and we can get
I do
going.
have pace around here, but I mean, you have to nail the lap really, and it's very difficult for me to do.
Mark can't find the lobby. We don't know who Mark is.
Well, he's in it, so.
Oh, what's he crying about then? Include voice chat audio. Oh, on it. Are you guys going to shout and turn you off? Hang on, if I turn off voice chat, will it record my chat still?
No.
No.
I think it depends. If I had
Oh!
Chris. I don't think I'm on Chris's. I don't think I'm on his Christmas card list anymore. He just kept spinning in front of me.
Nice.
What do I do with my Coke? Oh, fuck! I left my Coke all the way over there. Fuck it hell.
Oh.
Did you get it by the bag or?
I get it line by line.
Oh, okay.
Well, that explains your driving then, Mike.
Yep.
Ah, this fucking track is twattish.
No, this track is amazing.
As long
I
as
actually
Court
enjoy
wins,
this
that's
track,
fine.
weirdly.
As long as Court wins, I like this track.
It's one of those
What
tracks
if anybody
where,
else
like, if you
wins?
get-
That's fine.
It's one of those tracks where if you get it right, it's amazing, but when you get it wrong, you fucking hate it.
I hate it in a mid-engine car.
You just need to make sure you don't lift off.
Yeah, but
Lift off where?
hard.
There's one corner after the S's. If you take it too closely to the wall, you get a track extent penalty.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
Not
I'm like,
needed.
oh, why?
It's
Like,
quite
there's a wall.
annoying because there are walls you can't really extend.
Yeah. Like, surely that's just the line.
Admittedly, this track is a lot easier on a wheel.
Oh yeah,
I thought it
absolutely.
was the
Yeah, I'm
opposite.
enjoying this on the wheel.
Yeah, it's great fun. I hated it on a pad, but I'm quite enjoying it on a wheel.
Oh, Nürburgring Nordschleife on a wheel. Oh,
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
oh,
Oh, yeah, that's so good.
yeah. On this game, it's perfection. Chef's kiss. Working out. Let's see how much I can't see then.
Chef's kiss or French kiss?
Both, if that's what you fancy.
Norris! Oh god, he's such a shit cunt.
Really.
Is everyone actually in the session?
Just let me go through the
Yeah, there's 16 of us. I think.
Needed! Right, let's do the seconds properly
Well, I
then.
think unless Dom's finding another reserve in.
Who are we missing tonight?
No, everyone's it. Aiden dropped out last minute because he's...
I don't think my phone.
Is my mic on? Can you hear me? No.
Yeah, you got to cut out a little bit at the end. But we've all got what you said. Actually, it's not that bad, to be honest.
Can you hear me? Am I lagging?
You're okay.
No, you're fine. Fine now.
If I mute the party for a minute.
Oh.
Oh, I was 3 cents up.
Oh.
Oh, boo-hoo.
After driving it, I actually like the sunbeam at that level.
Yeah, I want the sun back.
No, you all moaned.
Oh, it is still
Have you put-
4:30 in the evening. That's fine.
Have you made the like a more than a minute, Mike? Like race end timer, like make it 2.5 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
you
a bit
gotta
longer than
you
that.
gotta really extend the timer on Barcelona
bloody
for sure as
glitched.
well.
It should always be like 3 minutes or something because it doesn't matter. No one's going to do that down to the end anyway. So
No.
Yeah. What's the other thing?
Right, I'm
I've
gonna-
forgotten.
Right, let me know when you start qualifying because I'm going to go live.
Yeah.
You all have to shut up in the party for like 20 seconds while I do an intro.
I just need Sir Sports and Owen Quimby to enter and we're going.
Oh, fucking hell. Alright.
Right. When I say now, everyone can just go quiet for 20 seconds. Yeah, right? No one say anything, and then I'll do an intro. We'll talk freely. Does that make sense?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, right. No one speak. No one speak for the next 20. Hang on, let me just check this. Broadcast options are right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, no one speak for 20 seconds, starting from now. Starting from. Hang on, just loading now.
Oh wait, we're already starting. Why?
Good evening, everyone. This is TGP GT. This is season 2. This is week number 2, and we are here at Bathurst for the first of 2 races tonight. We will have Barcelona a little later on, but we're going straight into this. It's a qualifying session, 10 minutes for the drivers, so as many laps as they wish, and we are expecting to see the likes of Jovial Manatee, JW Chris GT, and Court Jill5 to be the front runners in this session. Those 3 have been the fastest here in practice. But the likes of Nooney, Dan the Man, Johners, Mayor Quemby, I'm sure will try and upset the cards if they can.
Are we allowed to speak now?
You can speak if you want. No, you must all be silent for the whole.
Okay.
Good evening,
Oh,
watching
fucking
world.
hell.
This is Mike Noon. Dom Smith and I have got 60 race wins between us in TGP2, and none between us in TGP GT.
Fuck's sake.
Dan's lagging a little bit for me, not a huge amount though.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm lagging again. Yes.
Interesting line, by the way, down the fucking Dipper court.
Yeah, I wanted to skip live, but it didn't work out.
It didn't work, no, because everyone else, you ended up behind everyone again anyway. Crash. I am backing off. I don't know how close you are to me, but I'm backing off down a little bit.
Sorry,
Oh, who's that? Was that someone on the
Alistair
inside?
just absolutely just slammed the brakes on it to take avoiding action.
Yeah, I'm going. I think I'm about the same pace as Dan around here anyway.
Tom stop talking?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. He's not
Hello,
doing
Dan.
full comment. He's not doing.
Yeah,
full
I'm not doing full
commentary.
commentary. I don't want to interrupt you guys, your beautiful conversations that you have during a.
Oh,
during
Jake
races
Dennis
all
is
the
in a
time.
massive crash. It's not even Jake Dennis, it's Jake Davis.
You're Jake Dennis.
Oh, yeah.
You do look a lot like Jay Dennis. Jovial Manatee racing in his Bic Point Pen livery. Of course, last year he did have, what was it? Was it the Poundland livery? Or was it the Deals
Poundland
livery?
last year.
It was Poundland, despite the fact that it's called Deals in Ireland. Jovial Manatee choosing to go with the UK-based version as opposed to his own. And in the Isle of Man too, yeah. Most things are £1.20, not a
I've got
pound.
our second penalty. I need to get rid of. So I can't.
Jovial Manatee was the first driver out on track. He will be the first driver to set a lap. Look at him go. He's pushing. He is hitting every apex. Getting beautifully tight to the lines. And looks like Jovial Manatee is going to set a very good time to start the session. Still 6.5 minutes to go. You can see the top right map. You can see all the cars bunched together. So Roy with some nice clean room at the moment, but then sort of the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th cars all bunched together. So what will be...
Anymore? I don't know. That's the problem with this track map. You can't actually tell how much traffic there is behind you. So I was having to completely
Luke, I'm
guess.
slowing.
Cool.
Jovial Manatee round the final corner now. What's the first time going to be? Well, it's going to be a sub 2 minute. It is going to be a sub 2 minute, I believe. It's not. Okay, the start line's a little later than I thought it was. Note to self, 2 minutes point 692. So, Chris Thurgood, what can he do? He is next on track. Where does he go? He crosses the line and sets a 2 minute. Well, it's a little bit slower than we've seen from Jovial Manatee, the man who has won the last 2 races. Court's getting a bit of a tow here from Cuman. Cuman is the last person you want to see in front of you. Oh, and Cuman's getting in the way, as Cuman normally does. And this is not what Court needs. Court may be better off just backing off and going again, trying to get as much clean air in front, because already Jovial Manatee has the advantage. This lap from Court is a very slow one. It's going to be in a high 2 minute 8, 2 minute 9s area, I think. He crosses the line, and it's only going to be good enough for P8. 7.2 seconds off the pace of Roy. I hope for the sake of tonight's stream, he finds a bit more time. Mr. Chiapelli, what a lap from him, P2. I don't know what the gap is to Jovial Manatee. Maybe Luca can inform us.
2.1 seconds.
So 2.1 seconds, the difference between first and second at the moment. Very tight here in TGP GT qualifying. Still just under 5 minutes of the session to go. Jake Dennis has set a lap of 2 minute 40. Expect him to find a bit more time later in the session, I hope.
I think you can look at the time and spectate.
Yeah, but then it fills the whole screen and you can't see the cars anymore.
Oh, yeah,
So it's not as nice. I like seeing these fast shots of the Court Jill livery, his Mercedes of last season, beckoning on the back. Let's see if he's got the TGP logo anywhere. He does, okay. His car is road legal. It has the TGP series sticker on it. So he will not be disqualified post-race. Jovial Manatee, better hope for his sake, he's got the logo somewhere in his car. Or there could be a disqualification. Oh, Mike Noon's off in front of Court. Did that distract Court? I'm not too sure. But Mike Noon spinning off, not for the first time this season. A troubled night last time out, last week. In 2 circuits he tends to enjoy.
Are you on a lap, Mike?
Jovial Manatee.
No, I'm trying to get out of your way.
Jovial Manatee extends his time by 0.2 of a second.
Oh, that's
It's down to a 2 minute 4, but we know that Court can get into the 1 minute 59s. Can he take his first pole position of the season? The drivers are finding more and more time. Chris Thurgood, Neljak, both find a couple of seconds on their previous best laps. Getting into the rhythm of things now. They will still get 2 more runs in, of course, once the time runs out. Drivers have been able to finish their laps. Dan the Man goes quicker of 2:02.6 ahead of Chris, but behind Neljak. He's into 3rd for now. Neljak will be very happy to be 2nd at the moment. But what can Court do? Is this going to be good enough to put him on pole position for now? It might just be a little bit behind Roy. It's going to be very close. It's 2nd, but he's still 3/10 adrift of the pace of the Irishman.
Just to confirm, we're able to finish the lap if the timer runs out.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, I'm going down the bloody order here.
Let's look at some of the liveries then. Dan the Man has gone for a Nando's style livery. The black and red Audi looks very nice. Mr. Chiapelli has gone for the red and white sort of striped. What's that say on the side? G Ready.
Ready.
Ready. Is that a sponsor?
It's a turbo company.
Oh, there you go. I did not know that. Chris Thurgood's gone for a very nice. Well, it's a ghost car at the moment, but when it does spawn in, you'll see it's a very nice black car with some Honda style streaks down the side. Let's see what Jonas has got. Jonas normally goes for bad liveries. In fact, he's changed his livery. He was in green last week, and he's gone blue this week. However, he does have the TGB logo on his car, so he does get good points for that. CJH has switched to the Chevrolet, the same as Jean, and he's got Court right behind him. The Court's getting more and more traffic. He needs to be careful here, Court. He's not going to get a lap in good enough to beat Roy, I don't think. JD is in the fake taxi Mercedes. Fake taxi, of course, famous for those accidental women that get into the taxi not realising what it is. They make the same mistake every time. But, of course, as JD almost gets caught up with by Mike Noon. Mike Noon has been in the fake taxi car himself once before. He didn't realise what it was, but said he enjoyed his experience nonetheless.
I mean, you're right, I did.
Cumin 2009, even though his old account was Cumin 2008, is currently finding time. He's found a second so far in his lap. Roy still quicker. 2:01 that time is coming down, and Court continues to, for some reason, want to stay in traffic. So Court looks like he might not get pole position here. Looking very good for Roy. Mario is in a very nice Ferrari, blue, white and red, a bit of green at the back as well, looks very good. Seiya Sports, back in the Seiya Sports Mercedes. He wanted to go Aston Martin, but realised this morning he didn't have enough credits to buy the car, so he's back in his Mercedes for this week temporarily. Seiya Sports designed Mercedes, looking very nice out there on track. He's in the wall, Seiya Sports off the track, and he's spot. Poor Seiya Sports. Ivan Espan in a Logitech, very nice Mercedes for him as well, and four of the drivers now, in fact, in that Mercedes. And Ivan Espan goes up into P10.
Oh, and did you like the fact that Jake and I just parted the seas for you?
Yes, thank you. It's a shame you didn't go. It's a shame you don't. It's not a shame you didn't go. Oh, that made no fucking sense. My brain.
It didn't. Just talk England, son.
Yeah, I've been up since R4. That's my excuse.
Owen, for the ladies and gentlemen who don't know, watching the stream, works for Babe Station.
Oh, indeed he does, and he's running the Go Daddy livery. Whether that's to do with Daddy, Babe Station, all that stuff, I'm not sure, but then it can be on a lap, when you can see the helmet inside the cockpit. Very nice, the BWT branded pink. Sorry, what? No, his helmet in Go Daddy on Babe Station is very good. That's it now for qualifying then. So these are going to be the final laps. Roy, what can he do? I think he's backed out of this lap. That will be the end of his session. He will not be improving. So Trevor Manatee comes to the line and does not find time. Court, what can he do? He's currently a 10th down. He needs to find 6 tenths. It's not looking good for the Mercedes driver. I think Jovel Manatee has got this pole very safe, and he'll be very happy with that, because Court was looking like the favourite beforehand. Joe has left. He's had enough. Jonas has gone quicker at 2:01.5 into P3. What a lap from Jonas. Down the man is 4th. What can Owen do? Court Jill 5. Can he find enough time to displace Roy from pole? I don't think he will. To the line. He finds time, but it's not enough.
Okay, I've got traffic on 2 of my 4 laps.
Well, make sure you're first out on track then, Court. Mayor Quamby coming round the final couple of corners. Seiya Sports is back in the session. Guess I'm pitting then. Mayor Quamby, can he improve on his P6 as Chris Thurger goes back into the top 5? He'll be happy with that at 2:02.3. Not near the pace of Jovel Manatee as Owen spins across the line. He keeps it just about facing up, and he still improves. I'll be very amazed. He doesn't. He loses 2/10 of a second. Now Jack's backed out of his lap. Mr. Chiapelli
Chris and Owen have set the exact same lap.
Do they have? There is a car out there on track at the last corner. It's Cumin, no surprise.
Because I've got a bloody slowdown on my first lap when that was a 2:27 anyway.
Alex is 4 thousandths off that time as well.
To be fair, fourth down to 8th looked quite close this race.
I wish I was going fast enough to be able to have to slow down.
Well,
you can see
there's a slow down for hitting the wall.
Basically
wall riding.
Naughty, naughty.
Here are your qualifying results from Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit. Qualifying has come to a close now, and these are the times. It was 5 tenths the difference. Roy is in some pace at the moment. Jovel Manatee looking for his 3rd victory of the season. We'll have the race 10 laps coming up very shortly. Of course, a reminder of the rules: you do not have to make a mandatory stop. You can if you wish. but it's up to you. Roy, Jovial Manatee on pole position, caught second. As you saw, Chris Ergono with the exact same lap times. But it's the race, the Bet Noon TGV GT Season 2, Week 2. Here is your grid. The cars flashing as they prepare to go racing. How crucial is the start going to be for Court? Can he get himself ahead of Jovial Manatee? We wait for the lights to go out on the grid. We can't see any lights on the spectator cameras, but I'm sure they're there, and off they go. It's a great start from Dan the Man already, trying to get alongside Jonas, but Jovial Manatee versus Court into turn 1. Who is it going to be? It is going to be Jovial Manatee for now. Jonas keeps P3 from Dan, but the Court is going to have unbelievable slipstream, I think. And here they go, side by side, the two of them already, but it's going to be Jovial Manatee who edges clear for now. I don't know how to change camera angle, so bear with me. It's not square. It's not X either. Court's gone very wide.
Luke, Jesus. Well, thanks for that.
I was at the inside. I got tapped and then that was it. Locked.
That happened.
Anything can happen in GT. Jonas has got ahead of Court, in fact, into P2. What a start from Jonas there. So he's ahead of the Mercedes driver, and that's going to be good news for Roy, because Roy knows that Court is his biggest threat in this race. Will we see Court do something different with the strategy? Will he go for a 1 or 0 stop? He's tried 0 stop a few times in the past.
Oh shit.
Jonas runs a little wide. Court trying to get through, losing time while he sits behind the Chevrolet. If Jonas wants a race on, then he should do the honourable thing and let Court through, because he is not good enough to challenge Jovial Manatee. Court continues to harass Jonas 1996. You can see Roy not too far ahead. Court still very much in this race. If he can clear Jonas very quickly, he needs to go for it soon. The Mercedes has some good straight line speed, and Court up the inside. A brilliant move. Is Jonas going to come back at him? He can't. He's too far back, and that was fantastic stuff. Court into second place and can now start to chase down Jovial Manatee.
Oh, come on, Chris.
Mr. Chiapelli is off.
He just purposefully rear-ended me then.
Okay, yeah, don't want to hear that. So we've got Dan the Man, the M&S fan, 8th and 9th here. I'm sure it was an accident. He does have screaming kids. Of course, the second driver in TGP GT now to have 2 kids after Mr. Chiapelli. Alistair trying to get through on Dan the Man for P8 as Court continues to stick with the Lamborghini of Jovial Manatee. They're going side by side. Who's going to come out on top of this one? Dan the Man for now holds it. Ballister is not going to let him go. He's sticking with this. And if you get a good line up to the next left-hander, he could go for a move, but he's too far back now. And now it all becomes very tight. And Alistair will probably have to wait a few more corners before he can have another attack, maybe on the next straight in several corners' time. Already these two quite a bit behind Chris Thurgood in P7. Meyer Quamby and Neljak both got podiums last week. They're now both fighting over 4th and 5th, and it's Meyer Quamby who leads this three-way battle with JD in the background cutting some grass. Getting a bit out of hand there. Didn't lose too much time, but he does now find himself 2 seconds back from the tiger striped livery of Neljak. Jake's mistake has allowed Chris Thurgood, Dan the Man and Inverness fan all to close up on him, so we could have a 4-way battle now. Meanwhile, further back we've got CJH down in 10th, Cuman only 11th, Nooney down in 12th, a poor start from here, Mario 13th, Mr. Chiapelli 14th after an earlier spin. Someone's gone off. Who is it? I think it's JD, is it?
Yeah.
JD getting very out of place. That fake taxi livery. Not picking up any women at the moment. Maybe there's a bit of distractions going on in that car. Maybe there is a woman in that car. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe JD is getting distracted by the female or male in the back of the car. I can hear a cat meowing. I think that might be Cuman's cat. Making his weekly appearance.
Fuck off, you little shit.
Alright.
Not the views of TV
not
series.
suitable. Not the views of TV series.
Ah, he's getting on my lap.
My cat's just walked in now as well.
Get that in the
Well
season
done.
review.
Oh, this
They
is
will
brilliant.
be.
Cuman,
Joys
a
of
little bit
working
distracted,
from
baby.
home.
Now it looks like JD has now finished his sloppy blowjob because he's now all over the back of Chris Sturgeon with Dan the Man closing in on the pair of them.
I hope he doesn't
Yellow
shoot
flag.
on the side.
Yellow flag in the middle sector. What's that for? Can't quite see.
Oh, Inverness has gone off and then he unghosted right in front of me.
Oh, Inverness has had a nightmare. He's down a 10. And it looks like that has affected Cuman. Mario almost losing it as well. Let's go. Drop back to Cuman in
Fuck's sake.
13th. Not the best livery on the grid. That's all
come
I'll say.
It's lush. A lot of time and effort went into
He
that.
was unable. Jose was unable to get back in the livery. Chris Durgard and JD are going to go side by side, 6 and 7. JD working his way back through the field. Chris Durgard will keep the inside line, but JD will look to turn in around. And that's beautiful stuff, but JD runs out of road onto the grass, and that will give chance to Dan the Man to maybe make a move on the Mercedes driver. I really wish I knew how to cut to onboard, because that would be a good onboard shot. Yeah, but then I've got to go on spectator options, and then go standard, and then what? Oh, one just makes it brighter or darker. Oh, that's cool. I can make the shot brighter for you all or darker. Let's make it a bit brighter.
Sorry, vision engineer over there, Don Smith.
You wouldn't get this sort of coverage on Greenlight TV.
Not the views of TGP series.
Wow.
You can see at the front, the gap is still 1.7 seconds between Jovial Manatee and Court. Dan the Man screaming in the background, wonder what's happened to him. He's probably realised that the news, ITV News, has been called off for tonight. He is not happy to hear about that one.
Hey?
Jovial Manatee, 1.8 seconds clear at the front from Court. Now, will we see these drivers make a pit stop? Interestingly, Cuman said in a pre-race press conference that it could be a no-stop race. But that is Cuman. So, if you want to believe him, then at your own will.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Rude.
that didn't sound good. Again, let's get the beeper out. I need to get like a klaxon every time someone swears.
We have a swear. We should have a swear jar.
Yeah. Now,
I just
Jovial
skipped.
Manatee. Is Jovial Manatee worried about any potential undercut? He's lost 8 tenths on this lap. The tyre wear is starting to go. Court also losing 7 tenths on this lap. Both drivers starting to struggle now with tyre wear. This is only lap 4 though. Not even half distance yet. Will any of these two drivers choose now to make their pit stop? Court stays out, as does Jovial Manatee, so he will continue to chase and harass the Lamborghini. Meyer Quamby, is he close to Jonas? Not at the moment. I think Jonas is looking pretty good for that podium. Very unlucky last week. Disconnected, I think, in both races, I believe. Or was it just the one?
Just the one, and finished 5th in the other.
Just the one, actually, Derek.
I did get.
It was just the wrong disconnection, actually.
I got distracted for the second race and made a mistake in 3rd and lost the podium.
Well, someone's in. Dan, I think.
Dan the Man,
Anyone
then.
give
Sounds
me
like
any
he's
tips?
the-
No, I don't speak.
Turn on the traction control, Mike.
But it's not that. It's a lift off that was doing.
To be fair, you're in a mid-engine car around here. It's not really that much of a surprise.
And it's only like my
All the-
8th time using the wheel.
You can see the track map here. Roy and Court, 1st and 2nd. You've got Jonas a little bit back. You've got 2 cars then of Alex and Meyer Quamby fighting for 4th and 5th. And a bit spaced out down the Man, number 11, has already made his pit stop. Number 13, car number 13, that is Mario, I believe. No, it's Nooney. Nooney now in the pits. Mike choosing now to make his tyre stop.
I just thought. But yeah, I had to pit there because I was side by side with Jake and we collided like we did in an airbag ring about 80 times. And then I spun.
I spun.
Yeah, I spun. Why did he have the Jane line?
The front two, keeping within 1.5 seconds. That gap has come down slightly. Court is closing in on the Lamborghini. If we're going to see pit stops, it is expected to be this lap or the next at the very least. Will anyone try to go to the end? Of course, a 20-second to 25-second window we expect a pit stop to be. So if you feel you can save that 25 seconds from staying out, you are completely in your right to do so. I suspect Joe Villanity might try and do a no-stop this race. No, he doesn't. He dives into the pit lane. He dives into the pit lane. So now it's over to Court. I am very much mistaken. Court now has 5 more laps to negotiate. Does he fancy his chances to hold on that 20-second lead over Manatee? Let's see where Manatee comes back out on track. Only now is he coming into the pit lane. You can see the mechanics waiting for him. Here he comes, Joe Manatee into the box already. About 15 seconds adrift of Court. It's a long pit stop. Out he goes, back onto the circuit, and he teleports to the end of the pit lane. He has clean air, no traffic. He is 16.5 seconds adrift of Court with 5 laps to go. If Court chooses to stay out, then Joe Manatee of course has to gain 3 seconds. But Joe Manatee could find himself having to pass Maya Quemby and Jonas if they also choose to stay out. Of course, I could be wrong. Court Jill could very easily just pit and chase down Joe Manatee on the next 4 laps because he was within a second of the Irishman anyway. Let's keep an eye on that gap. The gap is 16.7 seconds, going up in fact at the moment, but suspect that to start coming down very shortly.
I've got a penalty. What for?
Doing something wrong.
Mr. Chiapelli then with a penalty. Will he get his 1 podium of the season that he wants to get here in GT? Probably not this race.
I never asked for a podium.
Yeah, but you asked for 1 podium in 2GB2 and got about 22, so you are due a podium sometime soon, my friend. Joe Manatee is 16.3 down on Court. He's only found about half a second this lap. Court, though, has decided to pit anyway, so Manatee should come out back ahead. Oh, in fact, has he? No, sorry, maybe he hasn't. Maybe I'm seeing a different car come into the pit lane. But Joe Manatee has only gained half a second on this lap. He's not gained a lot of time. So maybe the best course to stay out. And surely Jonas Owen will now also choose to stay at Jonas Pits. Jonas, not having any of that.
It's Michael Fish, but for pit stops.
Maya Quemby chooses to stay out. Joe Manatee is 15.5 seconds back. What are you laughing at?
Michael Fish, I haven't heard that name in years.
There is no hurricane in the UK.
Maya Quemby is going to be in front of Jovial Manatee. So Jovial Manatee's got to get himself through Maya Quemby. Maya Quemby will surely race the Lamborghini driver unless he is an idiot, and then he'll let him through. Let's hope he doesn't do that. We want to see a fight here. We want a fight here. Owen could get P2 if things go his way.
What are you taking forward on?
I take you for being a wuss and letting him through, but I hope I'm proven wrong. The gap is still 15.1 seconds. Court surely has to stay out now. Roy isn't gaining the time that I suspected many of us thought he would. Of course, the tyre wear could still drop off in the closing laps. As I say that, Roy now down to 14.6. So the gap starting to come down, but is it going to be enough? Court still touring the circuit. Has clean air, I believe. Maya Quemby could very much help Court out here, but Joe Manatee is beautifully caught up to him as they come up to the long straight. So this could be very easy for Roy to pass Owen, especially with the tyre wear, the better traction that Joe Manatee is going to have. Look at that, all over the back of the Lexus driver. Surely Joe Manatee will fly through on Owen here. Owen will try to come back for as long as he can, but Joe Manatee has some serious speed in that car. All the while, Court continues to stay clear. Roy's going to go up the inside. Is he going to have enough room? He edges ahead. Maya Quemby has conceded position. Will he get back through on the inside next corner? Here he comes, Mekwembe late braking. What a move, he can make this stick, and he's going to go side by side again. I think he's back through, is he? Still side by side, and Owen's back through. Owen retakes P2. This is brilliant news for Court. Surely Court now has to stay out and go to the end. The gap is still 15.5 seconds. Brilliant racing from Mekwembe. Fantastic stuff here for P2 and P3, deciding who is going to win this race. Just 3 more laps to go. I don't know how Court's tyres are feeling, but I hope they're feeling alright. Joe Lanata will now have a second chance to pass the Lexus driver. He moves to the left, the Irishman, the reigning champion, wants to clear Mekwembe as soon as he can. At the straight line speed. Chris Fergus comes further back. Mekwembe will have the inside for the next corner, but Joe Lanata is too quick and retakes the position finally now into P2 and can finally start to chase down Court. But Owen comes straight back at Joe Manatee. Unfortunately, though, breaks a little late into the wall, and now Roy is free to start chasing down the Mercedes. Can Court take his first victory of the season? It's going to be a tense final 3 laps now, because Court's tyres are going to be screaming. The gap is 14.9 seconds.
That make it difficult for him.
Yeah, you put up a good fight there. You put up a good fight. JD now into 5th place. A couple of spins earlier in the race. Oh, and he's lost it again. The back end's gone. Is that going to allow Neljak to go through? Those two are side by side. Chris Thurgood, ignore the comment bottom left on the chat. Let's not read that. Neljak into P5 ahead of JD. JD has been a little twitching, left it closing a few laps. Unfortunately for him, now finds himself back behind Neljak. Any further battles back on track? Looks like there might be a good battle actually for 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. You can see CJH trying to close in on Mr. Chiapelli, who himself is trying to close in on Inverness fan. Of course, Mr. Chiapelli carrying a 1.3 second time penalty, which he has to serve over the next 3 laps. So he can lift off at times, or I believe it does get added at the end, but will be rounded up to the next full second.
Oh, Jesus.
So, Mr. Chiapelli, P10, trying to catch Alistair. Of course, points down to 15th here. Mr. Chiapelli looking very quick. You can see that ready livery, the red and white. Full of scheme. I'm going to move away from Luca for now because that slowdown penalty is a little annoying on the full screen. What's that?
That's how
I think Roy's internet's going to have a
Roy
problem
is now 13 seconds back. Roy is 2 laps to go to pull 13 seconds. Roy, though, with some sort of internet issues potentially. It'll be heartbreak for him if he disconnected. I don't think he will. I think he should be alright. He's now back speaking in the party. Mekwembe is holding on to P3 for now. Johners has to close 5 seconds if he's going to catch Owen. I think the right call here might have been to do a no-stop. Now P5, JD in 6th. We've got Dan the Man 7th. Yeah, Chris Thurgood, Inverness fan, Mr. Chiapelli, CJH, Human, Mario, and Nooney. Your order, Nooney, right at the back. Mike Noon, what's happened? It's been a disastrous race for you.
I'm just struggling with this, getting used to this wheel.
Well, it's a real shame. It's a real shame, Mike. What?
A wheel shame?
Oh, please tell me you meant to do that on purpose.
I didn't. What did I say? A wheel shame.
A wheel
No, I didn't. I didn't.
And the TGP award for accidental pun of the year goes to Dom Smith.
Mario has just had a spin. I thought it might have actually been Court, but thankfully for Court, it's not him. He's now been lapped by the top 3 drivers, soon to be 4. Johners will go through and take the position from him. Mario really struggling in that Ferrari around this track.
No.
But it's oh no, Dan the Man's had an issue.
No.
Oh no! So it doesn't sound good.
No.
Oh, Mike, shut up. That is the worst TikTok I've ever heard in my life. Right then, Court.
7th place back.
How is Court feeling? He just needs 1 lap to hold on. How is his bottle? Can he take his first win of the season? He might not be as famous as his bigger brother. Millions of people worldwide know who Isaac is. I myself trained up Isaac to be an esports great. I was the one that taught him everything he knows. Isaac came to TGP saying, Dom, I have no experience in any sort of racing. Can you teach me? And I said, listen, young one, I will get you to Veloci one day. And 10 years later, he is now at Veloci fighting for the biggest prizes around the world. And he's got an older brother called Court that no one knows about. But here he is in TGP GT.
I hope you got that overtake on camera, Dom.
I'm looking at Court, mate, on his own in first. Noble Manatee, the gap's coming down, 10 seconds. John is also closing on Owen, but he's got a time penalty, so he needs to be careful, otherwise that will be applied at the end of this race. Can he catch Owen? The gap's 3/10, it's coming down. Sorry, the penalty's 3/10. The gap is a second. John is pushing hard. Can he catch him in time? We will flick back to Roy and Court very shortly. Court seems to be struggling on those tyres, and the gap is coming down, but it is the final lap. Surely Roy has done enough to keep ahead. We will find out. Sorry, Royal's not done enough to get ahead. But look at this, John is now 2 tenths adrift of Meyer Quemby. Meyer Quemby, how's he going to keep Jean-Luc back? Jean-Luc is all over him. John also has to be smart here. He's got a penalty, which he needs to serve. We go around the outside. He's not going to find a way through there. Meyer Quemby keeping ahead for now, but of course the big long straight to come. We saw that Owen came straight back at Roy and magnificently took back the position. This is of course for the final spot on the podium. We'll flick to Court soon, who is set to take his first win of the season, but John is here going side by side of Owen for the final spot on the podium. The two drivers side by side, the blue and green liveries. It looks like John will go through to take the position. Court's going to win the race up front. Well done, Court. His first win of the season. Well done, and Jonas has gone a little bit wide now. Jonas will try to back off and lose that 3/10 penalty. He's got to do so, otherwise it will be a second penalty at the end and Owen will take the place back. And he's taken it now, so that means Owen will go through and retake the podium. Jonas again loses the podium, and he's into P3. It's Meyer Quemby. Fantastic stuff. Alex will take 5th. JD is cutting grass in P6. We've got Luca and Chris Thurgood 7th and 8th going side by side. Who's going to come out on this ahead? Is the Honda driver going to be able to keep position? He's not. He's got back for now. Luca Ciapelli into 7th. But will Chris Thurgood make a late move? He'll be inside. He does. They've got to be careful. Both of them. And they're off. Really? Off. Chris Thurgood takes P7. Inverness and Danneman will take a position each. Danneman, can he get a position from Inverness fan? Or JW Chris?
Inverness fan just passed me. Or Alistair just passed me there.
Into P8. There you go. Look at that. Fantastic. Be close in the midfield. Keyman in P12 will get a few points for that one. Mike Noon was lapped, so he's 13th, and Mario 14th. Joe Setter gets the final point in 15th.
He didn't do a bloody lap.
Well, he gets a point, and Mr. Ciapelli is reversing across the line in style. How will Keyman choose to end this race? Will he give us some sort of entertainment to make up for that shocking livery on his Porsche?
You were really damned if you did, damned if you didn't there, Sean, weren't you?
Yeah, I was trying to back it off at the top of the hill, but it just... Yeah. I backed it off behind you and it just wouldn't go away. And it's so stupid.
The Betnoon TGBGT then. Court is your winner. First win of the season. The lesser famous Gillerton brother on top here at Bathurst. And for some reason the results stay on screen for like 20 seconds. So, sorry, 2 seconds. So I will now try and find the results somewhere. Where is it? Here we go, race results. So what do we have? We have Court from Roy, Owen from Jean, Alex in P5 ahead of JD, sporting the fake taxi livery. Chris Thurgood.
Just... Oh, sorry.
Then Chris Thurgood was 7th, but what happened, Mike? What happened? I'm intrigued.
Court and I, 2nd and 3rd in Bat Racer.
Oh, and the qualifying.
He did.
Yeah.
Court with the fastest lap as well. No worries. Court with the fastest lap to get that honour as well. Well done, Court. First win of the season. You must be delighted.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great race.
Well done. There was no way I was going to manage that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the first stint I was pushing so much to stay in your slipstream. And then when you pitted, I knew, well, I should have this.
Yeah.
Owen was catching me pretty quickly before I stopped because the tyres were just burning up.
But Owen, you held off Roy quite well.
Yeah, I was trying to make it as difficult and as aggressive as possible. I made it quite difficult for him.
Thanks for going back in the lobby.
I heard Dom say for like 10 times, and Owen's going back at him.
Thankfully, it didn't cost me 7 seconds.
Yeah.
I told you. I thought the no stop might work there. Yeah? I thought that would work there. I don't know how to change camera angle. Oh, someone was stuck in the pit lane for me then.
I think it's square.
Oh, no.
Lucas driving into the mechanics. What's he doing?
We've got 2 cars that have got the glitch.
Lucas decided to wipe out everyone in the pit lane.
Okay, so
this is some. Oh, the cars are doing some sort. I'm not quite sure. Oh, look at this. What's going on there, Quenny? He's driving into garages. And the man is deciding to join in on the fun, is he? This is quite something called. Oh no. Well, I was enjoying that. Unfortunately, Mike had to cut the show short. I'll be sure to clip that up in a few moments.
Moving on, moving on.
Right, are you putting it back to that time of day again?
I will do, yes.
Oh, no, it's still broken. It's still broken.
I like this time of day. Look at this.
I'm going now.
No, you're not. Mr. Chip Alley is just chatting shy as usual.
I did crash though in the pit lane.
It works now, I think.
I crashed in the pit lane, but I'm good now.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'll put it back to Simon's wise.
Have you changed the set?
Oh, we've changed again.
Yeah, settings have been changed.
Oh god.
Yeah, changing the time of day.
Right, are we on qualify now?
Yeah, we will. As long as everyone makes sure they enter.
Everyone ready up. A few comments on the live stream. Jordan, SWSD Jordan says Joe has his internet, his old internet. Joe said, of course, disconnecting several times. Isaac Gillison is very happy to see that his older, lesser famous brother.
Everyone entered.
Joe Sayer has not entered. No, Joe Sayer.
Are you sure they haven't swapped positions?
Maybe. I mean, they would explain thoughts.
Just wait. Sorry.
For what?
Has Joe joined? Has Joe entered yet?
No, he hasn't, Mike. No, he hasn't. I will let you know when he has. Back to the comments. James Connor says, thank you for streaming
it. Driving line anymore? Mike, have you turned off driving line?
Oh no, it does that sometimes. It does that.
Sometimes it glitches where it disappears.
Okay, so how do I fix it?
You can't.
Do I have to leave and come back?
Possibly, but I don't know if that fixes it.
Oh no, that's too long of a corner to do some drifting round.
I think it usually does fix it.
Right, I'm gonna leave and come back.
Oh, come on, Joe.
Joe said he can't enter, so he's going to leave and rejoin.
I've decided to take the other route.
Right. Sorry. Back to the comments in the chat. Jack Pearson's had a haircut.
There's the new corner for this season.
Oh, Jonas is off. John is in a new livery, so he's changed now to a yellow coloured scheme, yellow and black car.
I tried to just get
NASCAR.
Changing his livery every race, as Sebastian Vettel used to do with his helmet. That is probably my best livery I think he's used so far this season. I hope he uses that one again. I'm a fan of that one. Does he have the TGB sticker on it though? Let's have a look. He does on the bonnet, so this car is race legal.
Wait. If you're still spectating, I'm going to try Scandinavian flick.
Well, we are still spectating you, Jonas. You are currently the man.
I think Joe's joined now, is he? Or is he left? I think Joe's left.
Let's go inside the cockpit with Jonas. You've got a 5-second penalty there for going onto the grass. Not quite sure what that was for, as Jonas loses the back end. Spins himself around. Jonas doing donuts then, pre-race. In celebration of Bet Noon's great odds. Bet Noon versus Betting. Be sure to do all your Bet Noon odds through Bet Noon. In fact, we got some odds here from Bet Noon for the TGB leagues. Of course, that's starting this week. TGB 2 is back tomorrow. You'll be happy to hear. And the Bet Noon odds have Chris Johnson as the favourite. So is this season Chris Johnson's season?
Come on, Joe. I would like to watch some Champions League football tonight.
Jonas is round again.
Joe.
whilst I'm very interested to hear who's going to win TGP2 next season, I'm very interested to hear the odds for the Race of Champions on 5th Moon.
Yes, so All-Star... I hope so. I really hope he does. Big names in there, of course. We've got Corey, who now fights at the front in TGB1, the TGB1 champion. Has also won TGB2 in the past, so he will be there. Michael Davis is also really quick, and I'm told is faster than Corey. So Michael Davis and Corey will be right up there. You suspect other drivers, of course, could also spring a surprise.
For God's sake. Can we just go?
Isaac. Yeah, but if you go, then Joe can't race at all, can he?
Yeah, but he can't join at all either. So.
Can't join at all.
Well, let's see what Joe's saying on the old Snapchat. Joe says now join the session. There you go. Bit of patience there from Mike Noon would have been nice.
Without patience at Bet Noon.
How did Bet Noon get on Saturday with the National?
We made a killing. Sorry, there was some very good betting to it.
Disrespect there towards the horses from Mike Noon. Of course, his girlfriend has a few horses of her own. Mike Noon is very posh, as is his girlfriend.
Thank you.
That's why they have horses.
You're right, Court.
Let's go on board with another driver. Let's go on board with the race winner from last time out.
I know a few horses in Liverpool. Oh, come on.
Hey, is that a joke? All the, that's a very horrible thing to say, Dan, about the women of Liverpool.
What are we doing with
right.
Joe then?
Anyway, back to where I was. Joe said, let's give him this last chance. If he doesn't do it, let's go. So back to where I was. What was I talking about? Oh, the Race of Champions. Yes, the Race of Champions. Isaac, Uncle Davis, and Corey are surely going to be the three to watch. We will have a star-studded lineup. We will have a star-studded commentary box of Dan the Man and Ginger Andy. Dan the Man, are you looking forward to it?
I'm very much looking forward to it, yeah. Can't wait.
Should be really exciting to see how the drivers get on. Of course, I don't want to be biased, but let's hope Isaac wins. Not the News of TV series. Okay, let's go. Let's go for the Spanish Grand Prix then, the second race of tonight. Qualifying about to begin in 7 seconds. Oh, caught round at the final corner, and that's why he is the lesser talented.
Oh, come on, I'm pushing
Qualifying then, 10 minutes. The Bet Noon livery of Mike Noon will want to be first out on track, but it tends to be Roy that gets the edge. I know it's Alistair this week. Alistair is first out on track. Cumin second. Then it's Court, Mario, and in fact
I've
Roy
just gone
is
through Bet Noon.
quite a bit back.
Or Casino Noon, or Poker Noon. I can't quite tell.
It's Arcade Noon this week.
Arcade
no, it's not
Noon,
even
sorry.
Arcade Noon, it's Bingo Noon. Shit.
It's Bingo Noon.
Well then, the drivers out on track. 10 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Of course, we did tweak the qualifying format slightly last week. Tyre wear was on, however, we have decided to scrap that. The drivers preferring the preferring not to have it on. Sorry, I thought the stream had gone down, so I lost where I was. I think the stream's still up, but you don't tend to get notifications when the stream is up, and I've started to get notifications. Anyway, so the drivers then out on track.
I think Dom's accidentally logged onto Babe Station.
I'm on.
I'll put some tonight, Dom. I need some.
Oh, it's
and if anyone's nose on, it should be you, shouldn't it?
Oh yeah, that's probably fair. Pretty then. She's always on.
Well, Pretty
Court
Patel,
Jill.
that's a change of
Court Jill, who Court Jill has not learned his lesson. Oh no.
What do you mean?
Court's issue in qualifying at Bathurst was that he was in traffic and looked like he was about to let cars through there, which is not what he wants to do. He wants to be at the front of the pack. You saw how much an advantage. Cumin just said it. Classic Cumin overtaking cars. Oh, there's a crash in the background.
It's all going on here.
The drivers are messing up their runs to the start line, which is not what they need. Dan the Man now will want to back off and a bit more room. Joe Manatee wanting to get as much room as he can. Joe Manatee wants to wait.
Come on, you could have stayed back, Jonas.
What the hell?
Roy now at the back. Everyone was just pushing in front. Roy wanted the gap and the drivers weren't giving him it, but Ivan Esfand, who was first out on track, is only going to be the 4th driver to set their lap. Look at Chiapelli right behind him. These drivers might catch each other and start to impede, but the gaps are all pretty close in the midfield, so I suspect it will be pretty tight. Ivan Esfand, what can he do? He impressed in week number 1. Of course, last season he was at the back, finally at the 15th, 16th in pretty much every race, with the occasional 13th or 14th place finish. However, already this season, I think he finished 5th last week, so the improvement has been quite substantial from Ivan Esfand. In the Mercedes Logitech livery. Of course, Aidan Griffin's his brother, not here tonight, which is why I'm here streaming, because on GT Sport you can only have 16 slots, and if you've got 16 drivers, that means you cannot have a streamer. However, Aidan has dropped out, so I filled that gap, pushed in front of all the reserves to make sure I could bring you this coverage here today.
So much for the 10 reserves.
Don't need them. We want to stream. We want to stream. Let's go to Court then. Winner last time out. The second famous Gillison brother. Of course, if we rank
John,
all the best...
just so you know, I'm going to back off. So that means that you need to too.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near you, but yeah.
Oh, I thought that was you behind me. I think it's Jake, actually.
If we were to rank all the most famous Dutch stars in world sport, you would probably have Van Dijk at number 5, you'd probably have Max Verstappen at number 4, Ian Robin at number 3, then you would have Tinners at number 2, and Isaac Gillison number 1. By far the most famous Dutch star I know. Court Gill goes quickest for now. I don't know what lap he's at, 1 minute 43.2. He's looking to go even quicker. He will have 3 or 4 more runs in this session. Ivan Esfand has gone P2. We turn our attentions to Jovial Manatee, the championship leader. Only P2 last time out at Bathurst, but this is a circuit he does like, and we suspect we will see him right back at the front for this one. Jovial Manatee across the line. He's got to beat a 1:43.2 to displace Court's time, and he does just that. He finds 600ths on the Mercedes driver, Jovial Manatee, into provisional pole, with Mayor Quenby now ahead of Ivan Esfand in P3. Owen already with 2 podiums from 4 races. Owen has had quite some start to this season. Can he secure 3rd in the championship? Keep an eye on that. But Court Gillen, can he find time on this lap? Behind him, I think that is Chris Thurgood, also looking to improve. He is currently P14.
I'm just gonna let you through, you know, because you're the obvious to go first. So.
Oh, fair enough. I went first either way, to be honest. But thanks. Mainly for tow reasons.
No.
The gap from 2nd down to 3rd is already a 1.5 seconds. 3rd downwards needs to up their game. The front 2 are currently in a league of their own after the first runs in this session. Court round the final corner hasn't been necessarily massively quick on this lap, but he's got 1 more corner to negotiate. Can he find time? He just needs 600ths to displace Jovial Manatee's provisional pole time, and he's not. He's slower. He doesn't find any time. Mayor Quenby, what about him? Can he improve? He's down to 4 for now because Chris Thurgood has gone in to 3rd position on the 2nd row of the grid. Cumin finds time up into P6. Ivan Esfand ahead of him in 5th. Mr. Chiapelli, P7. Good lap time of 1:45.346, just 2/10 back from Ivan Esfand, who's 2 places higher. Mayor Quenby, though, round the final corner now. Can he find time? Currently P4, needs to find a 1.5 seconds to get into that top 3. He finds 3/10. It's not good enough, but it is still a very good lap. Jovial Manatee now, currently with a small advantage over the Dutchman. Can the Irishman get himself further ahead? He crosses the line and does find another 1/10 to put him 2/10 clear now, with 3.5 minutes remaining in the session. Johners up to P4. Good lap from him too.
Can I never get the braking point right at turn 1?
Who's behind me? Is it Dan and
fucking hell,
Alex? 2 guys behind me. Yeah, I'm gonna let you both go. Because I've already 4 cents down on this lap. There you go. Just try and find myself a gap to do 2 more laps, maybe 1. I think it more likely 1.
So Court should definitely get 2 laps in. I think Roy should be fine as well. Court going slower His fastest lap was actually his first full-time lap, at 1:43.2. He's not finding time out there.
What are you doing? Luke, what are you doing?
I'm going.
Inverness fan stays P7 for now. Cumin, P8, Mr. Giapelli to the line. Where can he go? Can he find time and get himself into the top 8? He can't. He's 10 seconds off, so that was an outlap for him. Down the man. Looking to find time. Nooney struggling out there on his wheel. A 1:46.3 is the best he can do so far. Down the man, up into 7th place. A good lap from him. Mayor Quemby, where can he go? Can he get higher than 6th? He doesn't. He stays 6th, but we'll have another 2 laps to go. Joe Manatee goes even quicker out front and now has an advantage of 3.5 tenths over Court. Every driver then, bar the one driver coming down the pit lane. In fact, no, I think every driver will get exactly 2 laps in. Court's continuing to struggle to find time. It seems like his best lap is going to be his first lap, unless he can find something special. Continuing to go slower.
Gonna let you go, Mike.
Can Court find the 3.5 tenths he needs? He doesn't. He's slower again. The Dutch driver cannot find any pace out there.
I've done 5 laps in the same time.
Unbelievable. Chris Thurgood has spun out on track. He will not be improving. He's 9 tenths adrift of these cars. Jonathan, P4 for now. What can he do? Jabil Manatee, I think, is a bit further on the road ahead of him. Down the man gets out of the way. He's been getting quicker and quicker as every lap has gone on. How is this lap looking for Roy? Nooney has gone quicker, but it's still not a competitive lap time. Of course, using his wheel this season, having used his pad for all of the last. Jabil Manatee crosses the line. Does he go quicker? He doesn't this time. He's slower. So setting himself up then for the final lap. Over to Court, the man I called Coet for about 8 years before I found out he's actually Court. I hope I'm getting it right now. Next to be telling me Isaac's name isn't Isaac. Next to his saying it's Isaac or something.
Yeah.
Let's joke now, Court. Let's stick with Isaac. Isaac is what we know and love. 5 tenths the gap between Court Gill and Chris Thurgood. Chris Thurgood, of course, had his second baby at the weekend. However, he has told the missus, look, I'm not having your shit. Take the babies. I've got GT Sport. Priorities indeed from JDW Chris, of course, sporting the Wetherspoon sponsorship in his account name. Court round the final corner. He's got a few tenths to find. Qualifying is now complete. These are the last times in the session. He finds a couple of tenths, but it's still nowhere near good enough. Chris Thurgood is finding time further back. Let's see who out there is improving. Roy, I think, will be the next main driver to cross the I think it will be Neljak. Neljak appears to have backed off, so let's go to some other drivers on the field. Owen's at the pits already. Down the man is also improving. John is going off, so that'll be his qualifying done. Let's go back to Jabil Manatee then. He's already got pole secured, it seems, unless Neljak, Chris Thurgood can find an almighty time. Nooney finally gets a lap time that's good enough to put him in the top half of the field. P7. CJH Leclerc improves. JD now goes into 7th position. Mike Noon dropping down. Roy crosses the line. Does he improve? He does. A 42.766. A very strong lap. And that is going to be his 4th pole position in a row. Chris Thurgood not finding time out there. Neljak in 4th. A very good qualifying from him. Jonas has a penalty, so will not improve on B5, and he spins across the line. That is his session done. JD has finished. I think all the drivers now have completed their final laps.
Oh,
and that
so
concludes
close,
qualifying.
So close from P3 on.
Let's look at those information then. Live timing before I rudely get interrupted. Look at that. Chris Thurgood a second back. Then it's a 10th to Neljak. Another 10th to Jonas. Really tight then between JD and Nooney for 7th and 8th. And then again down the man, CJH. And look at that. Just a thousandth of a second the difference between Inverness fan and Cumin. Mr. Giapelli was just another 10th back from them, with Mario the slowest of the lap times. 4 seconds adrift of the pace of Roy.
Dun, dun, matches, by the way.
There's your grid then. And now we're about to get the sexy action qualifying music as we go into the race. And look at the grids. Boys, get ready to flash. Here we go. Round number 4 of this TGP GT season. Court's not flashing, but Roy is. I know who's going to get their Christmas bonus from TGP come the end of the year. There we go, Court. That's better. That's more like it. There's your grid. Say Sports, unfortunately, dropping out. Let's go on board with the man, the myth, the legend, Court. Jill, we can't. It's not letting me. Let's not go on board with Court. Here we go then. Lights about to go out here at Spain. We're away. That's a very good start from Chris Thurgan for P3. He's already got ahead of Court, I think, and may even get Roy as they come down to turn number 1. Chris Thurgan is just about slotting in behind Court. Will he go for a move up the inside? You can see further back, John, there's a lot of yellow now at the front of this field. Court has Chris Thurgan on his inside, but Chris Thurgan can't quite make it stick, and in fact, Neljak almost thinks about going for a move on the outside of him. Court and Roy side by side, very twitchy there. Court will want to get through if he can. For some reason, it doesn't let you go on board in the race. It's a bit annoying, but it is what it is.
Whoa,
Court then.
Sorry, Dan.
Oh.
Continues to harass Jovial Manatee. Neljak flashing Chris Thurgan in front of him, trying to get the Honda driver to make a move. Look how tight this midfield is. You've got Owen right at the back of them with John is just behind him. John is not the best start. He number 6 at the moment, down the man in 8. Sounds like he had some sort of contact with Mr. Chiapelli. But at the front, still very tight. 4/10 the difference. The second between the top 3. Looking at the top 6, all very close. Look at these shots. So nice. GT Sport proving the goods. Look at these liveries. We've got Roy from Court, from Chris Thurgood, Neljak, Maya Quemby, John is the top 6 at the moment, all very close together on the opening lap. 14 laps here. Surely we will see a pit stop around this circuit. 14 long laps on these tyres. However, if anyone's going to try the no stop, it is going to be the man currently holding position number 2, Chris Thurgood. For now, holding on to P3, but Neljak is pushing him hard. The two of them getting so close, and Alex is going to have a good run into turn 1. Down the man, there's something going on in the background. Look how tight this is. There's all sorts of facts going on in this field, and Neljak is getting very close to the Honda of Chris Thurgood. Can he go through on the outside or inside down into turn 1? Chris is going to make a go around the long way, but the Mercedes has some serious straight line speed. Not good enough to get that Honda. Honda have got some excellent speed too, as Maya Quemby defends P5 from Johners. Battles throughout the field. It's hard to pick one. You can see in the background Mike Noonan down the man. They're going side by side. Let's try and get to that. Mike Noonan's gone on.
Who spun me?
I didn't spin you at all. I was nowhere near
you. Went on the curb. You went up on the curb.
Yeah.
Mike Noonan. Yeah, I saw that. You lost it on the curb. Mike Noonan lost the back end.
Felt like
that was a wheel shame, that Mike. That was a wheel shame, that one. Jimenez Van Dyke, Mr. Chiapelli 10. And Cumin harassing the Manxman. Cumin, oh, the Welshman's off. He's in the barriers. No surprise. Not my surprise. You bet I'm not. Cumin is round. Not for the first time in his TGV career. JD harassing Mario for a ride in his fake taxi. He's going to go down the inside. Very late. Very nice move from JD, the Mercedes driver, into P11. Good stuff. Mike Noon now down in 13th, not where he wanted to be. Alsa's gone wide. Lucas says we're on board here with Inverness fan trying to keep Mr. Chiapelli back behind him whilst also trying to catch down the man in front of him. CJH alone at the moment in P7. John is in 6th trying to catch Maya Quemby, who himself is sticky with Jack. Chris Thurgood, Neljak with a half a second penalty to try and wipe off at some point in this race. Let's see how close Court is to Roy. Still under a second. If you can keep it in that gap, it's all to play for.
Oh, I've just been kicked out.
Oh. That's not good, because that means you're the host and everyone else is about to get kicked out, I believe.
Yeah, that
I hope not. Let's hope Mike doesn't the lobby. Or
interesting.
Into the unknown now then.
Oh, it just crashed on me. Interesting.
Well, don't do anything. Just leave whatever you've done. Just don't touch. Don't touch anything.
No, I'm not doing it. The only thing I will ask: can someone make sure that they save the replay and share it so I can download it for the season review?
Yes, we can. Owen Quemby and Neljak are going to go side by side. Neljak has backed off a bit in his battle with Chris Thurgood. Maybe he was serving some of that time penalty. I wish I could go on board. It's a real shame that you can't. For some reason, R1 turns into a brightness update in the races as opposed to...
Press square.
Square just brings up the menu.
What about L1?
Oh! Mike's ended the game.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm out of the game.
Yeah.
Oh no!
yeah.
Ah, pants.
Oh!
Fuck's sake.
Can you set the grid, Mike? Can you set the grid?
I can set the grid, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you can. Can?
Okay, so the grid will be set then. How many laps of that race were completed? Was it 3 laps? Were we on the 4th lap?
We're on the 3rd lap, I think.
In that case, the race will be adjusted to 10 laps. And the grid will be set by the actual grid. Of course, that was Roy and Claude. I can get the grid up for anyone that needs it.
I'll put something in the chat.
That's annoying. I made up 3 places. Bastard.
Okay, so we'll wait now if Mike Newton sets up the lobby. Let's go and have a look at my liveries.
I think somebody needs to put a message in the chat.
See that. Okay, let's see what we got.
You'll have to bear with me a second. I'm just trying to open the game up and it's just giving me my free car of the day.
So this is my livery. It's the Cream Egg Designs Toyota Supra. Look, designed all by myself. I had no help from Roy whatsoever. Getting some beautiful shots here of the Cream Egg Supra. Of course, this is done in a protest that shops stop selling cream eggs after Easter. I honestly believe cream eggs should be a year thing, and as a mark of arrogance, of annoyance, I am running a cream egg design livery to show that we should be eating cream eggs through the season. So if you're listening, Test, Asda, Morrison's, and Waitrose, let's please get cream egg Easter eggs back in stores through the whole year. This is Easter egg discrimination, and I will not have it more. Here's my car going around Nürburgring. Like Nürburgring. Noon will have to let me know when the lobby is ready to join now.
So will the tyre wear be adjusted or will it just be the same tyre wear?
Same tyre wear, but it's just 10 laps.
Oh.
I think you're still going to have to probably pit, aren't you?
Should not be 11
laps. Touch and go.
Should make it interesting. No, 10. We
started
the 4th lap.
We only
started the 4th lap.
Started lap 3.
So should it not be 11 or 12?
Yeah, well, no, not 12, 11. 11 laps. The race will be.
Yeah.
I thought you started the 4th lap. No, wait, I'm pretty sure Roy and Court just started the 4th lap.
No, we all started just the 3rd.
Okay. I got a big massive box of Maltesers truffles, they are very nice.
Thank you for your food review, Jenny. I'll bear that in mind.
Oh, Bayern scored.
Now,
we should have a lobby with you shortly. Just waiting
Bayern scored, yes.
To be set up.
I'm just
this does mean some good news.
Everyone make sure they enter. Get this grid sorted.
I've just got some reconnaissance laps here, though, if you want to cover these.
A reminder for the viewers at home, it will be Roy on the front row. In fact, I will join the lobby while I run this grid out to make sure that Roy with the quickest time, a 1:42.
Joe Sayer, in theory, could rejoin.
He could, but he said I don't know, he couldn't join for some reason.
Diffused TDP series.
So then the grids, if Mike needs it.
I just need to have everyone ready up before I can say.
No, we're missing someone. We are still missing someone.
Dan? Oh yeah, sorry. Is it Dan? No.
Someone is still missing.
We don't disqualify you for this, do they?
No, it doesn't. Not practice.
Oh, CJ8. He always takes fucking ages.
Come on, CJ.
Dan! No! Oh, that was close.
So how do we sort out this grid then?
Well, the grid's done from
qualifying.
I thought we were going
There we go.
for a mid-race order. Like a red flag restart.
Yeah, but how are we all going
Well, everything's on the stream.
By F1 rules, if a race is moving for 3 laps, it's always in a good position.
Come on, CJ, enter, please.
And just to confirm, I do not need to enter, do I? I can just continue
No,
to
you
play.
do not.
Okay, very good. Okay then, so the grid. You need to know.
Hang on, CJ still hasn't ready up.
Alright, I'm just gonna do some burnouts, get the tyres with the tank.
There we go, he's joined now. He's joined.
I wish they did that in F1.
Grid. Let's go for the grid. So Roy is in
so
first. Court is second. Who was third?
Chris Thurgood and Neljak are on the second row. Chris Thurgood P3. Neljak starts behind him, P4.
John is in fifth.
Yeah.
John is in fifth with Maya Quemby in P6 on the third row.
And then JD and then Mike.
Yep.
JD and Mike is your fourth row. Those two separated by just a tenth of a second. Dan the Man P9 with CJH in P10, completing the top 10 order.
Yep.
P11 was Ivan Esfan, and Cumin was in P12.
Luca 13th, Mario 14th.
Yeah, perfect. Bang on. There's your grid.
Right, I'm ready up now.
If you dare, I swear to God, I would come to Norwich.
There's a big barrier in the way.
Just to confirm, Mike, 11 laps correct?
11 laps correct.
Oh, Mr. Chiapelli just went flying on my screen. You'll have to watch that back. Mr. Chiapelli launched into the air, but now it's time for the sexy action race car music again. Well, he did on my stream. Here we go.
Get your flashes out.
Here's your grid. We're back for a second time. Let's hope Mike Noon does not disconnect again. Quite convenient that Mike was at the back of the field and then disconnected. Almost as if he wanted a restart. Of course, this didn't happen on Roy's watch. This did not happen on Roy's watch, may I add. We're about to go racing then for the second time at Catalonia. Lights out, away we go. It's another good start from Roy, another good start from Court, who starts straight in front of Chris Thurgood, making sure that he does not get the position ahead of him. The race now down to 11 laps. Chris Thurgood has Alex Coates all over the back of him, with Jonas this time getting a much better start. Ian Quemby, not quite as good for him. Maybe he's changed livery. I can't seem to spot his green car everywhere. Oh, sorry, he's in purple car now. He's in the purple car. P7. Court trying to go up the inside of Roy. A bit too far back. 5/10 the difference at the moment. Roy getting just about enough clear to keep the position. Maya Quemby is fighting JD for 6th and 7th. All the cars bunched together here in this reduced race, and Court almost tags the back of Roy. He's got to be careful not to go too wide there. Otherwise, Chris Thurgood will think about a move up the inside, and that's the last thing he needs. He found time he lost in the last race because of being stuck behind Jonas for a few laps. Owen's gone wide in the background.
That's why.
And now Jag in P4 with Chris Thurgood in third. Still the top four remain as they were. And look at this, we've got Alex now trying to defend from John as well, also trying to attack Chris Thurgood ahead of him, the man from Weatherspoons, the man who now has 2 kids, the second driver in the TGP GT field to have 2 kids. In fact, no, Cumin, how many kids have you got?
2.
Wait, Chris Thurgood becomes the third driver at TGP GT to have 2 kids, after, of course, the great, legendary Manx legend, Mr. Chiapelli and Cumin.
Wait, what?
Further background, we've got auto balance going on here. Mr. Chiapelli and Ivan Esfan side by side. Ivan Esfan had them room, but Luca turned in a bit too early there and almost spun both of them around. Mr. Chiapelli maybe caught out there. As we see Ivan Esfan now going another place back to Mario Court. That did not sound good for him. He's got a penalty, a 5/10 of a second penalty. Chris Thurgood now defending from Neljak. He's going to go to the left of him. Once again, we're seeing Neljak get into P3. What can Jonas do behind him? Neljak continuing to flash his lights throughout the race, as he has done all night. To be fair, I used to do the same thing. You just can't help but push L3 when you turn. My union's gone off, you can see. Let's hope it doesn't spin around this time. Jonas keeping with Neljak and Chris Thurgood. Neljak did not get through. Maya Quemby had a bit of contact earlier in the race. We heard all about that. I'm sure Aaron will be A little annoyed, but at the same time he is still P6, so
turn you
not
turn,
race
turn,
over. Look at this in the background. We've got Mario and Mr. Chiapelli going side by side. Alistair couldn't make it 3 abreast. If he can get in between the two of them, not quite enough room here. You can see Mario looking to respond. There was only P14 for him last time out in Vanessa Van, a little twitchy. And look at this down the man, Cumin, CJH, another 3-car battle behind this 3-car battle. It's hard to stick with one. I love how close the cameras get onto it. It would be handy if we could see a wider shot for all these great battles between these 5-6 cars from what is 9th downwards. Look at this, beautiful stuff. Mario now a little bit adrift of Luca Chiapelli. He'll get a distant tow, but it might not be enough to keep him clear of Alistair, who goes down the inside. Is he going to make the move stick? He goes very, very wide. He broke super late, and Mario takes back P10, takes back the position that was his. Mike Noon, further up the field, has picked up a half a second time penalty as well. Sorry, it's a second now. Oh, it's a 10th, sorry. So Mike Noon, maybe a bit of track extending out there. Meyer Quemby closing up to the back of Jonas, who himself is now just 3/10 adrift of Neljak. A second penalty for Chris, which helps Court out a little bit. Will Court choose to just go to the end and serve the penalty? In fact, I think the penalty sort of comes off anyway gradually throughout the race when you make mistakes or whatever, so... Oh, the cat's back! Yes, the cat's back! Cumin, let it in, let it in! Don't say no to your wife, we want to hear the cat. The cat is the highlight of all TGP streams, of course.
1.5, Mario, nice one.
Dan the Man's cat famously broke his mic back in F1 2010 days.
That is a TGP myth.
Dan the Man had a mic one day, and then the next day, after his cat made a loud meow, we never heard from Dan again. So, therefore, the cat must have broken the mic. Of course, the cat sliced the mic.
The cat again.
I've never had
we did. We did hear the cat. Oh, now Cumin's wife's in the lobby. Hello, Cumin's wife. Can you tell your husband to clean up his act?
She can't hear you.
Gerald Manatee. Oh, here she is. Is that Rosalia?
What?
Oh, crap, sorry, Cumin.
What the hell's going on?
Thank you for joining me in the commentary box. Thank you for joining me in the commentary box, Mrs. Cumin. It was great to have you with me. We'll go back down to the pit lane shortly. Mrs. Cumin to give us more updates. Oh, How do you see this race panning out, Mrs. Cumin? Mrs. Cumin, how do you see this race panning out? Oh, it appears she's gone. Mrs. Cumin has left the room. So back to the race. Apparently there's a race going on. Now with this reduced laps, we'll see Court or Roy, or any of these drivers in fact, try to go to the end. Of course it's a 20-second pit stop, so if you feel you don't lose 20 seconds for staying out, then of course you find yourself in the position as Jonas tries to make a move on Neljak. We heard Roy campaigning for a 12th lap. Maybe he knows a tyre wear is going to be an issue for him if he stays out, so maybe Court can stay out and go to the end here. Will Roy feel he has to stay out because he thinks Court will do it? This race is completely open. We're only on lap 4 of 11. Luca Chiapelli not happy with his tax return. He's just seen the post through the door and has seen he is due no tax return this year, and his reaction is not a happy one. Meyer Quemby catching Jonas back into this race. Meyer Quemby has been my driver of the season so far. Of course you can't take it off Roy, but Meyer Quemby has really impressed, looking for what would be his 3rd podium of the season, getting very close to Jonas. Not close enough to make a move, but he is close enough now to threaten him into the next corner. Chris Thurgood holding on to P3. Chris Thurgood only 7th last time out. At the moment, is going to get his 1st podium of the season. Of course, has a 2nd penalty to serve though. So Neljak, Jonas and Owen very much in that fight. JD looking for yet another top half finish in P7. But Mike Noon is going side by side with CJH and then loses that position. Where's CJH gone? Oh, he's gone off the circuit. That's where he went. Mike Noon back into P9, and CJH was drifting his tyres, you could hear in the background. He loses that position. Now down into 10th place. Is Mike Noon very twitchy? Maybe CJH was caught out by that, and now he himself twitching around, maybe struggling for tyre grip out there. A lot of these drivers are, I think. Will we see anyone pit on lap 4? We do not. Owen Quemby is the first one in, so Owen Quemby, who did do a no-stop in the last race, feels there will be a stop needed here. Maybe the tyre wear's not as clean. John is now can stop worrying about the car behind him and start thinking about the car ahead, which is Neljak. There's a podium on the line here with John. John is still looking for his first podium of the season. Disconnected in the first week from P3, up on the inside of Alex.
What? How have I got a penalty for coming out of the pit lane?
So you got it for coming in.
Did you cut the
John
insides of the corner going into the pit entry?
Ah, yeah, bollocks, that'd be right.
Jonas has taken that P3 from Alex, and that can now start to hunt down Chris Thurgood for P3. So Court Jill out in P2, 1.7 adrift of Roy. Let's have a quick look at some of the timing data as we take a brief pause from this race. You can see the lap chart. We can see that Neljak has now in fact repassed Jonas according to our timing sheet, and we'll get to that very shortly. And you can see all the cars bunched up in that midfield very nicely. Back to the action. Mike Noon, I think, has had a spin. The Bet Noon, Bingo Noon livery now finds himself down in P12. But on the bright side, he's lost his time penalty. That now becomes P13. I suspect we'll see him in the pits very soon.
He's got no grip.
John is into the pit lane from P4. Roy and Court continue to stay out for now. We're still not even halfway through this race yet. In fact, now I think we are starting the second half. We're on lap number 6.
Oh, come on.
Roy
come on, get a move on,
in
Mike.
the lead.
I just got no grip. I'm just
That's like
squirreling. As soon as I go anywhere near the throttle, it just has a meltdown.
What the hell is that?
Sounds like we might have a wind turbine in the lobby.
We had outside interference.
Oh, there. Oh, chestnut.
By the way, anybody who pits, look at their pit manager and look how smartly they're dressed compared
Oh my
to the
god,
rest
he's
of the
very
pit crew.
smart.
Yes.
I think that news been paying him too much.
Let's quickly switch to Mike Noon. Let's see if we can get this in time. Where's the pit manager? Where would he be? Would he be...
He's in the garage.
Oh, he is, yeah. He's wearing a suit. And who else is in the pit lane? Mr. Giapelli. Yeah, oh no, you've just come out. Well, let's go on board then with the next car to pit, which I suspect will be either Roy or Chris Thurgood. We want to see that. Look at that livery from Joe Manatee. Once again, pulling out all the stops. Now, fun fact, I actually designed that livery for Roy. Roy doesn't know how to design liveries on GT Sport, and I designed it for him. As you can see, one of my best pieces of work on the 2GB GT grid. It's on point. Oh, intentional fun of the season goes to Court.
I think that was intentional.
At least he's funnier than his brother.
Oh wow, not the views of TGB series. Not the views of TGB series at all.
I'm only joking, Court.
Chris Thurgood then, we're going to see the posh pit manager. Keep an eye on this, Court Jill. There he is in the background with the suit. Look at him. This has been some stream. You've heard Kuman's cap. You've seen a chaotic pit lane start for qualifying, and now you're seeing a man in a suit in the he's not even looking at the pit crew. He's looking down the pit lane, the idiot. Well, let's get ready for Chris Thurgood. Here you go, the mechanics putting on the tyres, and out goes the Englishman. Chris Thurgood, where will he rejoin? Will he come out ahead of Jonas? Because Jonas is in a fight here with Owen. Owen's ahead of Jonas. So Owen is now in that P3. Owen, a massive undercut. And now Mario trying to go up the inside of him. Looks like maybe they're lagging because for me they were both inside each other. But look at this, 4 cars fighting over P3. And Neljak down in P9 now, which is about a net P6.
So much in that last sector.
Well, the good news for Owen is he's in P3 once the guys in front of JD and CJH make their stops.
Cuban?
Yeah.
This is not
I was worried your cat had taken over then.
My daughter tried.
Great fight here at the front. I suspect Roy and Court are going to try to go.
You're calling Mrs. Cuman. Cuman's that daughter.
Oh, they were both there.
Oh, was it Cuman? Yeah, I definitely heard the wife as well.
He meant Miss Cuman.
I suspect Roy and Court are going to both stay out to the end of the race. So, if it doesn't work, then that means these 3 drivers, Jonas, Owen and Chris Thurgood, who are all fighting each other, losing time, could catch them, but not if they're going to fight. Not if they're going to fight. They will not catch them, and Roy and Court will have an easy 1-2. But
there you go, Mike.
The gap's 33.5 seconds at the moment.
Oh!
The gap is coming down very quickly. So, surely I'm surprised they haven't pitted. Which is interesting.
These haven't fucked off into the distance.
Now that Jonas has cleared out and the gap is starting to come down. Up next is Down the Man, who has chosen to stay out likewise in P4. Meyakwemi, can he get Jonas back into turn 1? These drivers hunting down the leaders who are all choosing to go to the end. The front 4 are not going to stop in this race. So all these drivers who think they're fighting for a podium could yet find themselves end 5th, 6th and 7th. Especially if they continue to fight each other. They need to be smart here and start to close that gap. They're closing time, but it's not a massive amount at the moment because of the way they're fighting and scrapping away. Chris Urquhart on the grass. Hamilton Rosberg, I guess, from 2016, giving me nightmares there. And Jonas has now gone from P5 to P7.
Not really much I could do there. I got to give Chris a room, but he's decided to go onto the grass.
Now Quamby now looking to get through on the Honda driver. These three are so close. Great to see.
Come on, I've got 1,000th to scrub off of that penalty. Come on.
Quamby has to lift for a thousandth of a second, which I'm sure he'll just do towards the end of the race if he hasn't cleared it before then. Look at that, Chris Urquhart setting some brilliant lap times. We could see a new fastest lap of the race coming up on the next lap. Maybe not this one because Chris Urquhart did have to clear Jonas and Owen. Owen thinking of trying to keep Jonas behind. Those two are so close. Owen a bit twitchy. Jonas will see that opportunity, go round the outside, side by side, the inside for the next corner. And Jonas is through, and look who's joined this scrap as well. Neljak now in P8. Oh, this allowing Chris Urquhart to start to do the gap he needs to do to clear and catch up on Court and Roy.
Oh my god, the speed they've closed in!
Yeah.
Cat's back.
Oh, needed.
My left rear tyre is absolutely just shredded.
Chris Urquhart, will he make a movement down the man at the inside? Down the man, not quite close enough to do it there. You can see how much quicker he is. Owen's broken a little later. Maybe he is going to lose the position further back. He's now still ahead of Neljak, but behind Jonas. Chris Urquhart, look how much quicker he is.
Being rammed. You fucking kidding me?
Oh, look at this. Neljak, Owen, Meyakwemi, all three of them side by side.
Oh.
Look at this. Brilliant racing here. Danaman has finally been passed by Chris Urquhart. His tyres are shot. Court and Roy still out front on their own.
You can see the tyre data, can't you?
Only if I get off the spectator, which I don't want to do at the moment because these four are all so close.
If you go and display race info, it all comes up. But my left
I have done that. Yeah, I've got a display info one.
It's just
I've turned off in the settings somewhere. Danaman trying to keep Jonas, Meyakwemi and Neljak back. This is all for position. Danaman doesn't intend to pit. Maybe he will once these four get through and then sod it. Let's just go to the end because he's losing chunks of time out there. Look at that. All three of them passed Dan in one corner. And Danaman now down into position number 8. Meyakwemi will want to clear Neljak, who is working his way back through the field. Can see Jonas ahead of him. Has a penalty in the Chevrolet. And look at that. I was about to go right back to the front to see how the front are getting with their tyres, but we're about to see a move here, I think. Neljak and Jonas. 2 laps of this race to go.
I start sweating this game.
Here comes Neljak.
Mike, are you having pussy issues as well?
Am I having what?
Pussy issues.
What do you mean by that? No, I wish I was, but I'm just crap, mate.
Oh, okay. Nobody wants pissy issues.
No, they don't.
Anyway, so let's have a look at what's going on up front. Do we get any sort of tyre data?
If you press circle, it might come up.
Let's have a look at these tyres then. Roy's tyres are absolutely destroyed. Court's tyres are not much better. In fact, Court's are worse. So Roy has done a better job of his tyre management. Yes, he has.
What
You can see JD's tyres aren't great. You can see Chris Thurgood's tyres are a lot better, having made the pit stop, but does have a time penalty in the gap. He stopped closing chunks of time on the front drivers. He's not even going to get P3 here. Jake Davis is looking pretty safe unless he spins it and loses 7 seconds.
Dom.
Hello.
Is my left rear worse than the front two? The front three even? Like the front
yeah,
three
much worse. Much worse. Much worse. Oh, I thought you meant of your other tyres. Your left rear
of the tyres compared to
your
the top
left rear is better than Roy, Court and Jake. It is better
Bloody
than
hell.
the front three. Yeah. Well, Joe Manatee has one more lap to negotiate. He's going to do his first ever no-stop race victory as things stand.
It's my front left that's suffering.
He's even going to take the fastest lap just to show
my
off.
My rear tyres are in really good nick.
My rear left is like literally like 25% now left. If this was AWS, it'd be like, oh, critical.
I suppose though, you and Roy have both got mid-engine cars. Court's got the front engine, hasn't he?
Actually, saying that, if it was AWS, it'd still say like 90%.
Yeah, it'd say your tyres are fine.
Got no tyres left, Bono.
Leave me to it, Bono.
Chris Thurgood has taken 3 seconds out of Jake, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think. He's still got to find 4 more seconds, otherwise Jake Davis in the fake taxi livery will be getting a treat tonight. Not just on the podium. He is P3 at the moment, the gap is coming down. Neljak, P5.
Alistair is gaining on me so much.
And he has CJH right behind him, so Dan the Man could be losing 2 more positions in the closing laps. Mayor Quemby wants P5 from Alex. He's not going to get the podium this time. But back to the front, the final couple of corners to negotiate. And Jovial Manatee is going to take his 3rd victory of the season. He converts pole position to the race win. Great drive from him, and Court comes home in 2nd.
I don't think I'm going to be able to finish the lap in time.
Is Chris Thurgood going to catch JD? The gap is now a 2nd. He's caught him so quickly. Jake's tyres are shot. Both these drivers did have penalties. JD has managed to clear his, so he should be fine. Chris Thurgood will have the 2 seconds added to the end of his race. Jake Davis crosses the line. Is he going to get 3rd on the road? He does just. And Chris Thurgood will then get P4.
Oh, the touch! Oh my
Inverness
God!
fans, CJH down the man trying to get through on the on Dan, but I don't think it's gonna be tight. Dan might just hold on to P8 here. Wow, look at that! Brilliant stuff.
My God, it's tense.
A brilliant win there for Roy. Roy, is that one of your best wins? Are you happy with that one?
Given the state of the car at the end, I'm pretty happy with that, yeah.
Managed the tyres beautifully. The top 2, the top 3 in fact, all doing the no-stop. Maybe the no-stop is going to become more of a frequent occurrence. Yes, this lap was reduced by 3 laps, but we did see it also being the winning strategy last time out. Chris Thurgood still finished 4th without that time penalty affecting him. But your winner is Roy. Fantastic race for him. Pole position, fastest lap, and race victory. We can see Luca's car going sideways on the... not sure what that was about. Let's